Welcome guys! Today I'm going to show you how to get the most bang for your buck when gaming on mobile devices. And by buck, I mean $0. Many of you will be surprised to see just how far that zero can go. These are the top 7 games that respect our empty wallets. Now some may be wondering, what makes a fun free-to-play game different over another? I mean, aren't both of them free? You'd think that. But many free-to-play games lure players with the promise of free, and then start piling on gameplay disadvantages and penalties on those who don't pay. Most free-to-play games treat free players like a lower class of people, one that exists only to pad out population numbers. But the games I'm about to show you are the light at the end of the tunnel. So, put on that crown and let's get started. Our first game is Fortnite. Fortnite is a battle royale developed by Epic Games, the creators of Gears of War, Unreal Tournament, and the Unreal Engine. Fortnite started out as a multiplayer tower defense game that released in early access in July 2017. Epic saw how PUBG, which launched in March 2017, had already sold over 5 million copies in just 3 months and quickly became a worldwide phenomenon. Epic realized that they could build a battle royale with the current version of Fortnite. They spent only 2 months developing the game. That's right, only 2, and planned to release it as a full paid title. But surprisingly, 2 weeks before release, they announced the game will be free to play instead, fearing that charging players for access would slow growth of the game down. Epic released the game for mobile platforms by October 2018. But what makes Fortnite a crown jewel of mobile gaming is that the game is not pay to win at all. Sure, it has a cash shop, but unlike the majority of free-to-play games, nothing you can buy affects gameplay. It's all purely cosmetic. This means gameplay-wise, the game treats all players equally, no matter how much cash they have. But most importantly, the game is incredibly well made. It runs well on most devices and looks beautiful while doing so. Fortnite is constantly updated with great events and cosmetics that add characters and celebrities for everyone to experience. Goku, Marvel characters, and Travis Scott are only a small fraction of what's been added to Fortnite. Our second game is My Friend Pedro: Ripe for Revenge. Ripe for Revenge is a shoot-'em-up game developed by Dead Toast Entertainment. In this game, the player traverses a variety of themed levels while killing enemies at the request of a cute talking banana named Pedro. The game offers multiple options to stylishly destroy your enemies, including the ability to slow down time. Players are ranked by how stylishly they progress. Why is My Friend Pedro Ripe for Revenge on this list? Well, that's simple. It's because Pedro is one of the rare examples on how to do free-to-play right. Pedro respects our empty wallets by not asking us for a dime to play. That's right, you can play through the full game for free. The only catch is that you can't save unless you unlock the feature for $3. But you can definitely sit down and beat the entire game in one go. And you can also try out as much of the game as you want before you support the devs if you so desire. It's a rare example of a game that lets you play as much or as little as you want of the full game without ever touching your wallet. Our third game is PUBG. PUBG is a battle royale developed by, you guessed it, PUBG Studios. The game was inspired by the Japanese film, wait for it, Battle Royale. Originally, Brendan Green, otherwise known as PlayerUnknown, developed a mod for the game Arma 2 called DayZ Battle Royale. This was an offshoot of the popular mod DayZ. Green was also inspired by a competitive event for the DayZ mod known as Survivor Game Z, featuring many Twitch and YouTube streamers battling it out till only a few were left. Green later moved development to Arma 3, but then was hired by Sony Online Entertainment to develop a battle royale mode for the game H1Z1. After his collaboration period ended, Wing was later hired by the Korean developer Bluehole as creative director. It is then that development for PUBG kicked off, with the goal of a very limited development timeline so as to release the game out as quickly as possible through Steam Early Access, and then switch to a games as a service model as soon as the game got in players' hands. PUBG quickly became a worldwide phenomenon, winning several Game of the Year awards and becoming the most played video game of all time, with approximately 1.8 billion players across the world. PUBG earns its place on this list because none of its microtransactions affect gameplay, with the game instead selling cosmetic items like weapon skins. Our fourth game is Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is a roguelike shoot-'em-up game developed by Luca Galante. In the game, players control an automatically attacking character all while battling continuous waves of monsters and trying to survive for as long as possible. The game has a huge variety of unlockables, including new characters, weapons, and relics for further sessions. Vampire Survivors launched on Steam Early Access on December 2021. Galante developed the game while he was unemployed. He wanted to make the game out of a desire to manage a community similar to his past days where he was an admin for an Ultima Online server. The game became a breakout hit, far exceeding Galante's expectations. This let him quit his job in February 2022 to work on the game full-time. The game has since expanded to multiple platforms including Xbox One and Xbox Series X, S, as well as Android and iOS. While the game was obscure at launch, by late January 2022, it had become a hit, reaching over 30,000 concurrent players on Steam. This figure continued to rise, with the game more than doubling its concurrent players by the following month. The mobile version of the game is free. There is no in-app purchases, but it does give you the ability to play optional ads for a select few actions like reviving. At the end of the day, Vampire Survivors can be played entirely without any ads, making this one of the best games you can play with an empty wallet. Oh, and fun fact, despite the game's title and cover art, none of the monsters encountered are actually vampires. Our fifth game is Apex Legends. Apex Legends is a hero shooter battle royale developed by Respawn Entertainment. In Apex Legends, players form 2 or 3-man squads and select from a list of characters known as Legends. Legends have their own special abilities and can later be equipped with weapons and equipment once a match has started. Apex Legends isn't as generous as Fortnite or PUBG, but it does exist as an option for those interested in experiencing other BRs. The game gives free players the ability to unlock several legends while leveling up, and newer legends from completing the free battle passes. While paying players can unlock legends faster, free players can eventually unlock many of the legends they desire. The game does offer additional microtransactions in the form of cosmetics. Our sixth game is Rocket League Sideswipe. Sideswipe is a vehicular soccer game developed by Psyonix. In Rocket League, players try to score points by using rocket-powered cars to hit a ball into their opponent's goal. The original Rocket League was a sequel to Psyonix's supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars. Quite the name, huh? We'll call it Battle Cars from now on. Battle Cars was a PS3 game from 2008. It garnered mixed reviews and failed to sell well. Psyonix continued to keep the lights on by doing contract developer work for other studios while looking to make a follow-up. They began initial development of Rocket League in 2013, improving the gameplay from Battle Cars through fan feedback. Rocket League launched to praise for its gameplay, graphics, and presentation. The game sold over 10 million units and was played by over 40 million players by 2018. Psyonix developed a free mobile version of Rocket League called Sideswipe. The game launched in 2021 and emulates the gameplay of Rocket League, but in two-dimensional space. Players compete in one-on-one or two-on-two matches online. Matches are fast-paced and typically last 2 minutes. Sideswipe is the perfect free-to-play game. It has no microtransactions, no in-app purchases, and 0 ads. The game is absolutely free with no exceptions. Shoot, the term free-to-play does it no justice. This game is straight up free, period. This, along with its excellent gameplay, makes Sideswipe one of the best mobile games to spend your time in without any money. Our 7th game is Among Us. Among Us is a social deduction game developed by Innersloth Studios. The game was inspired by the party game Mafia and the sci-fi film The Thing. It launched on mobile devices in June 2018 and PC in November. Initially, the game released with little attention from mainstream audiences, but in 2020, the game got a massive influx of popularity thanks to many popular Twitch streamers and YouTubers playing it. Among Us is set in a space environment where players are colorful cartoon astronauts. Players take one of two roles. Most are crewmates, but a small portion are imposters. The goal of the crewmates is to identify and vote out the imposters, or to complete all the jobs around the play area. The imposter's job is to secretly sabotage the mission by either killing the crewmates or triggering a disaster that doesn't get fixed in time. Among Us proudly makes this list because everything you can buy in the game is cosmetic. That, paired with its fantastic gameplay and awesome aesthetic, makes it one of the best games to play for $0. These games give the absolute most bang for your buck on mobile devices. And if you're curious about how to game like a king with $0 on PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox, then you can check out this great video right here. And if you found this video helpful, you can subscribe to my brand new channel, tap like on this video, and share on social media. And once again, thank you. Thank you for your support.